Disconnected.
What's up, guys? We are live here. Rise and grind. We are in the studio right now without our girl Megan. So bear with us as we get our stuff together here. All right, guys. So, all right, welcome back to Rise and Grind. Happy Thursday. It is almost Friday, fam, which we're super pumped about. Do me a favor, just make sure there's no echo on the phone if you go to the phone, because of my computer being right here.
Just make sure your audio is muted.
Yep. Yeah, it's muted, but sometimes it still picks up for some weird reason. All right. Listen, when Megan's not in the building, it's not easy for us. Okay, Megarinos is not here, but happy Thursday, guys! Excited to be here. Excited to make some moves here. All right. So first things first. One of the things that I am super actually excited about, believe it or not, even as a marketing company, I'm super pumped about this. Anthropic is currently putting out the ability to watermark its text. And so that is something that is extremely, extremely cool. We love that. And because this is why we love that. Because there's so many people out there that are thinking like, oh, I'm just going to, go ahead and I'm going to pretty much just copy and paste from Anthropic or ChatGPT and all these other AIs. And I'm just going to paste it on my website for blogs or create content for social media and do that. And so the fact that they're watermarking it now, in my opinion, is like something exciting because bottom line is it's going to keep people who are great writers having to write. And they're showing you that it's a tool, right? And I'm sure for college kids, is a big reason why they're doing this. But we got my man Chris making his debut today. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, everybody?
We got Chris in the building on the ones and twos. This is forever. By the way, we're doing this forever now. We got to have you part of this.
I'm with it.
I'm loving it. So what is your take on this with them like having essentially the watermark on copy? So that like, again, like if you put something, if you're writing a paper for college or if you put up a blog article, somebody can go check and see that this is from Claude.
Yeah. No, I think that's huge. I think it's a huge win for writers in general. I started using, ChatGPT and all that stuff. Kind of it when it first came out. Everybody was doing blogs. Everybody's writing all this stuff.
Boom. Yeah,
you're just popping them out, and like now you can read and you're like, oh, that's AI slop. But people who are a little bit more experienced with like prompting can actually make it like you would never know. Right, especially some of these college kids are getting smarter, right? And some of these businesses are getting smarter with like using text. So how do we kind of prevent that, right? How do we give me your true authentic self, right? Forcing people back to creating from a place of originality rather than like, oh, I can't think about this right now, let me throw this in there, have it do the thinking for me.
100%. And I think so. Good point there. And I think one of the things though for me that I think about was college, number one, because like when you think about the future, like where college is going to be in the next couple of years, like because of AI and people being able to just copy shit, like and not have to actually study for tests and like learn new things, like they could just like get the download. Did you ever use Spark Notes?
Yes.
When we were like
very rarely. See, I like writing. Writing is always I've always liked writing.
Reading as well.
Reading and writing. I still read. I try to do at least a book kind of a month type of deal.
Oh, cool.
Don't always hit it, but I do. But I try. But we did the Spark Notes thing.
That was our ChatGPT.
Yeah, basically, right? Like, have you seen that reel going around? It's like, there's no way that you wrote a 5-page paper like without ChatGPT or AI.
Yes.
And the guy's like, we wrote a 5-page paper without reading the book, right? Like,
yo, that's so true.
Yeah.
That is so damn true for anybody that went to that I guess in our era, I don't even know, like before 2014, 2015ish, 2016, I guess. But especially in our era, like if you were in high school in the early 2000s and in the 90s, you never even read the book. You were just like going off of Spark Notes, or you were just like assuming, like for me, I would skim through the pages and try to get to the end and get to the beginning and just kind of like come with my own conclusion after Spark Notes and that. And C's and D's get degrees, baby. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, it gets the job done. But now, like with this, being able to just have the AI write something for you and it can just sound totally different. But like I know I have friends who are teachers and they see the discrepancies from a student is submitting a paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're having a conversation with them, it's like, oh, you don't use those words in real life.
Right.
Like I've never heard you use that in your vocabulary, or like being able to like put sentence structure like that. Even adults, right? Like being able to write stuff where like I can't do that. Like,
Dude, I love it for so many things. Like also, so outside of that, like, because when ChatGPT really started popping off in my company, I would be calling everybody out, bro. Like if somebody sent me back like a note, if I like sent like an accountability email or a chat, like yo, where is this or what's going on? And I got like this like Shakespeare like fucking response. Like I was like, dude, stop ChatGPTing me. Like I don't want to be ChatGPT,
yeah,
right? So bottom line, the thought of it now, is like, because people's tonality,
yeah,
so either way, I'm pumped about it because I think ultimately it's going to help creators and copywriters and just people that like have to be themselves.
yeah,
Like that's the one thing like I don't want to go away from the world. And I think most people that understand and like care about humanity
yeah, definitely.
don't want the creators and the people who are brilliant minded, whether it's writing or any sort of creative,
Yeah,
to just have to like go away and be dull because of the fact that now like AI can just write for you and like essentially do all that stuff. And and again, I say this story and I'll say it again a million times at my own you know uh, my own fault. But I in my career have only written 2 ChatGPT emails. Okay, since it
wow,
started, only 2,
that's impressive.
and I got botched. I botched both of them. And the reason why I did that, so essentially, so I didn't realize this, but when you are copying like something from ChatGPT and you put it in an email, right? Now, if you change any of that body text, it screws with the code in it.
Oh,
So certain fonts, so like all the font of things I changed when I was in Gmail
mhm.
after I copied it. Let's just say I was like, I don't like how this sounds, so I move whatever. That literally makes the text smaller, and and then so
Yeah,
you have this email that just looks like wonky.
yeah,
And so I was like, damn. So I did it 2 times, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna, whatever. I tried to do it, and that was the last time. Like, I'm not meant to do this. Like, I'm not meant to
yeah.
do this. I'm done doing this. And so like that for me was like the last time I did it. But I think the bottom line though, as my mic is playing games with me right now, I think the bottom line though is that things like I think what they're giving us the ability to do, Anthropic, and they're setting a great standard, right? Because I don't think again ChatGPT didn't do that. They probably didn't have the intention of doing that,
Yeah,
and now they're going to put everyone on blast. Like if you're not doing that, what's up with you,
yeah,
right? And I think it's making people have to speak, and like you're supposed to use that as a tool to come up with a good idea, right?
exactly. Yeah.
And like or what you want to say or how you better want to articulate it. So I don't know. Either way, I'm pumped about it. I think it's gonna be good for everybody. And for I know for all the people out there, because again, there's a lot of small business owners, right? Which I understand. There's a lot of small business owners that look at it. Damn it, I almost had it there.
You have to tighten the bottom at the base of the. There you go.
This thing.
There you go. That one.
Ah,
There you go.
come on. Rob got us hooked up right there. Thank you, sir. But now I was having fun with it. Now I can't even. But one of the things though that I think about though is that when you think about um, you know just it's funny like we would get beat up for using calculators.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's like you have to do math without the
yeah,
calculator. Like
yeah,
don't do the calculator. And so like the thought that like this is going to give us the opportunity to see because like even on social media, like have you seen the post now on Meta? They'll say AI content,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
LinkedIn AI content. Like
yeah,
that's very beneficial.
yeah,
Like people seeing that and knowing like okay that was a piece of AI content. You like it's good that they're letting us know that,
yeah,
right? Because the people who are really creating and doing the stuff that we're doing, like
yeah,
for
yeah,
our clients and stuff, like and for ourselves, like that's super super important that they understand the distinction.
yeah,
Will
yeah.
you watch AI content? Like if you see it says AI whatever, are you like I'm gonna watch this or you just scroll past?
I honestly, I scroll past. I scroll past it most of the time,
Yeah,
depending on what it is.
yeah,
Um, you see a lot of crazy stuff out there, right? Like I'm constantly the one telling my mom now, like, mom, that's AI. It's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Look, no one can bend like that, mom. That's not that's not real life. Humans don't do that. But like, I obviously we use a lot of AI tools, right? And now you're seeing these companies like Higgsfield and Magnific making movies. I actually watched
AI movie?
an AI movie, a
No.
Higgsfield movie. Everything, but with actual directors and DPs working on it, but it was created entirely in Higgsfield. And like obviously there's some things that you can tell, but I'm like, oh man, this is not a terrible movie, right? It's the same people are doing it, right? Directors and all that stuff are doing it, but it's just a kind of a different execution, rather,
Right.
right? You still need
But
editors
did
to
you
chop
like
it up.
it?
It was okay. It was
What was it
okay.
about?
It was like it was a boxer from like Nigeria who
Oh.
was boxing underground, like this underground boxing ring, and his sister got really sick, and like someone chipped in, so like he had to win basically this boxing competition to help pay for like his sister's rehabilitation or something like that. Yeah,
So
yeah.
conception. So you know what? Okay. So this is the thing. So you just fucked with me for a second. So by the way, Rob, you see all my new buttons? I see. I like it. I got a bunch of new buttons, guys. This one says bruh. Anyway, but so when it comes to creators and especially movies, right? Like when you look at movies, and the people that are behind the movies, right? Like Chris Helmsworth as an example, right? Who's a Marvel guy,
Yeah.
right? He was just talking about how he used to have really bad on set anxiety, like really bad, and he would talk about like all the stuff he had to do and whatever else. And when you just think about like people's struggle and pain and what they do, like that's what makes us human, man.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes us human. Like our tough stories, our journeys, our happy moments, our sad moments, things that we're fighting through. And like when you think about the fact that a movie was made and there was nothing crazy, like Leonardo DiCaprio in that one movie where he did like in the middle of like the freaking wilderness,
Yeah.
where he like that actually was in a carcass of a real like bear
Yeah.
to do that movie. Like when you hear that stuff, you're like, yo, I want to see that.
Yeah.
Like I want to go watch. Like and then they talk about it. It's a cool experience. But when you like hear like, all right, this whole movie got stood up and there was no actors, it was just one person prompting.
Yeah.
Like that to me sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But what you kind of screwed me up a little bit here is like, and I don't know who directed that movie and what the deal is with that movie, but like the one thing that I think about though is like for somebody in the world who looks up to Steven Spielberg, but like would never have the opportunity to film like that, right? Like if they have a brilliant director mind or brilliant like mind, they could do some cool shit.
Yeah, they could, but I think also today, like making a movie, specifically when it comes to making a movie, the barrier to entry is a lot lower than it used to be.
True.
Right? Like I can go and buy a decent camera and a lens, right? Work a couple of jobs, spend $1,500, right? Which can seem like a lot, but nowadays, like kids can do a couple of jobs, right? $1,500.
Yeah.
You get a smoke machine, right? You learn how to color grade, right? DaVinci Resolve is free, one of the best color grading softwares out there.
Right.
It's free. And kids can can make almost the same quality, right? It's I get what you're saying. But they're definitely a lot. Some people people hate it. Some people hate it. Some people love it. Some people are using bits and pieces of it for making movies and things like that. I don't know if I'd go to the movie theater to watch an AI movie. But for watching it for free, while I'm waiting for something to process, sure, yeah, I'll watch it.
if Steven Spielberg, who's your favorite director? You have a favorite director? Are you a big movie guy or no? You like Disney. If Disney was like, because I like Disney too, with the kids. But if Disney put out you're still on your camera. If Disney put out what's up, Chris? Good morning. You want to come pop over here? No. if Disney put out the first AI movie, right? I think everybody would rush to go see that shit because it's the first one, right? Like after the first one, like, all right, let me go test it out, right? Or if Spielberg was like he made his first AI movie, I think everybody go see it. Yeah. But it's like because it's his mind and how he thinks and he's like good at what he does. That comes down to like the whole like prompting component of like whoever's behind the prompt is the whole output either being successful or bullshit.
Yeah.
So like the fact that like if Steven Spielberg did that, I think a shit ton of people would, like for instance, if there was like an AI Star Wars, I think there'd be so much controversy, but I think people would go see it because like, I got to see what happens. Like, is it good? Is it shitty? But I think following it because like you like the people who are in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what you said though, for me, for a second, I pictured, and I don't know who directed that movie, but the thought process behind that movie. Like if somebody actually went through some shit like that or is going through some shit like that, and like, yo, I want to make a movie, and like they don't have any resources or funding to do that, and they make a cool movie, and the movie has really powerful meaning behind it because the person's really experiencing it, and they're prompting it to be amazing. I would go see something like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
because to me that's different. It's not just some like kid who's like, all right, I want to make some money, so let me make a film on AI. Um, but if there's like somebody really struggling with something and they created like a film
Yeah.
that I think might be, I don't know, you just shook me up there for a
Yeah.
second. So
Yeah. It all depends, but like, it's technology is moving fast. Shout out to Anthropic for trying to keep originality in the internet a little bit.
and I have to, dude, I have to say, you got to give Anthropic so much credit. Like, they've also been the people who are like trying to slow down AI speeds,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and like how fast AI is coming out to the market because they're like it's dangerous, right? And like and right now they're arguably the best AI platform to use, especially for building things.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody better. Like ChatGPT's not there yet. Neither is Gemini and these other places. Like they're, in my opinion, ahead. And so like
Yeah.
ultimately it's like the fact that they're being the most, in my opinion, ethical
Yeah.
is a really cool thing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you use like out of your stuff? Like, are you ChatGPT guy?
I'm a Claude person. I use
Yeah.
Claude. I Claude and Whisperflow. If anybody hasn't, have you used Whisperflow?
I haven't.
It's one of the best apps out there. It's basically a dictation tool, but it uses AI.
Oh,
So even if you're talking really, really low, and it understands like your pauses and breaks in your brain, so you could be like, "Oh, hey, I have this idea. Wait, no, scratch that. Say this instead."
yeah.
And it'll actually scratch that. It won't write. It won't write. Scratch that and do this instead.
Wow.
But that I actually used it yesterday. Right, I had an idea, and I kind of just like I'm like, all right, let me just talk this. I told Claude, hey, I'm going to brain dump for the next 15 minutes. Take this and just kind of put into bullet points. Don't change my tone. Keep my verbiage, but just make it easy and succinct so I can share it with someone else.
Mm.
But I'm a big Claude guy. I think Claude is a better thinker. I think it feels more conversational. ChatGPT still feels like the fun thing. The fun is like, oh, hey, let's make something with ChatGPT. When I go into Claude, I feel like I'm going to work.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I like that distinction.
Yeah.
I really do. And I feel the same way. The stuff that I've built with Claude so far has just like broken my brain, man. Like what you can do and how you can do like the powerful building in Claude.
Yeah.
So with that said, though, one of the things that I find very interesting, though, too, is, we're kind of going into this world now where there's the intersection of obviously AI, jumping into doing like a lot of workday stuff, but it's not everywhere yet, right? Like as an example, like for media editing and like speeding up edits and like speeding up different stuff, like there's so many things that it's not 100% yet. But what blew my mind is the actual adoption for small business owners, like actually implemented in their businesses, is very low still.
Yeah.
Like everyone's using it to like ask questions and to like bounce ideas, but like them actually leveraging it to like build dashboards or agents and stuff like that, like it's very, very low adoption still, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, like for small business, something like that, don't use it to make your flyers. Call us for that. But,
Facts.
but for creating agents and handling dashboards, being able to like, hey, give me an aggregate of what my sales have been over the last 6 months, right? If my goal is to make it to this amount of money by this date, right? And these are my current projections. How can I get there, right? Like, or even just to kind of give you a rough guide. Obviously, it's not your financial advisor, but like just to give you kind of a rough guide in those aspects, right? Set up a system so that I can monitor my incoming whenever an order gets shipped from my warehouse, right? Obviously, it gets a little bit more advanced, but most of these places have an open API thing that you can pull, or Claude can even go find it because I've done it. Pulling an API, I had to pull a Google Maps API for me for something I was working on the other day, and it created kind of like a tracker. And you can do that. Like every time one of my orders comes in, track it, right? And display it here and tell me when is my estimated ETA.
Yep.
And again, it's basically, I think small business owners need to think a little bit more about kind of what's your wildest dream, right? In terms of what's a tool that you wish you had, and you can get it done. You can get it done in Claude or any of these, right? These AI tools, right? Replit, Lovable, all those things are great for bringing all those things together.
Yeah, dude, I love it. And for me, like, I always wanted like a centralized dashboard that I could see all the matrix, right? Like, because obviously, as a CEO, you want to see like where cash is. You want to see what team is. You want to see where projects are. You want to see where everything is. And there's so many softwares for everything, right? Like most businesses have a CRM, a CMS. Like there's email, and then there's all the sheets that you have stuff in. So to have everything streamlined has been very, very beneficial, and has been next level. So I think Claude is definitely next level. So right now, is there anybody right now that you are like really motivated by in the like just I guess like AI or / like tech space at the moment?
Tech space. I don't know as motivated. One of the things that's been really interesting for me, I've been watching Elon a lot closer lately. I don't know if you saw the latest thing that it broke in July, but they added payments now, a banking system now to X.
Yeah.
And that for me, I was like, oh, that's interesting, right? I'm a tech and app guy, so that for me was like, oh, that's interesting. For those who don't know, like in China, that's like the big like.
I would say there is an app that he's trying to mimic from.
Yeah, I think it's WeChat or something like that. But I had the privilege of working with a contractor a few years ago. He was from China, and he was showing us basically like everything in this app. You talk to your family. Think of like WhatsApp, but
does everything.
Yeah, it does everything. You can pay your bills. You can top up your phone plan. You can do all of these things through this one app. And in America, like we're like, oh, that's crazy, but it's pretty common everywhere else, right? So it's interesting to see him bring that in, and then to see the adoption of that. I only found out about it because I saw someone like just randomly on Facebook post a photo of the debit card that came with it. It's like aluminum.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see like breaking people's norms of what they're used to with tech and applications and things like that, and seeing like, hey, this could be a good thing, right? I think he's offering like some crazy interest rate right now. I think you have to put a minimum of $1,600. But that's interesting.
What's the interest rate on there?
I don't know exactly. I think it's pretty high right now. Right, especially the interesting thing, right? Elon, right, Mr. PayPal himself, right, watching him jump again into the fintech space. And seeing where he can take that, right? I'm interested to see, like, again, people are jumping on it, but what exactly does that equal to? It's 6%, right?
Yeah,
now.
6%,
which is
damn. I think that's high.
Yeah, I think the most you're seeing right now somewhere is like my savings account is like 4. I think 3.5.
Yeah, right.
So that's interesting to see where he takes that and what he does with that. How many people jump on it, and these tech companies are kind of overlaying real banks, the rise of that, right, and how that works.
It's pretty interesting because it's called X money, your money on the world's most powerful network. It's so funny. That's pretty crazy. That is actually pretty crazy. Let me see if I can share screen.
Yeah, I think Elon is so polarizing right now, just because of everything going on, right, with Tesla and all his political commentary and all that. Oh, there you go.
So your money on the most powerful. So it's pretty wild to think that Elon Musk now is in the banking game. So built to earn every dollar, works harder. So where was the APRs? Let's see. So yes, here we go. So you got 6% here. Wow. Like this, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? So one app, everything money can do. So you can, from paycheck to payments, send money instantly. They have a credit card, 3% cash back. That's pretty high. Normally it's 2%.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then again, because it's him and he's done this before.
Right.
Right. PayPal, he did it. And so it's like, all right, he's basically the subject matter expert in this space. So how do you, we're thinking all eyes on him now to see like what happens here, right? And does that change the game for all of social media now?
It's crazy.
Is Meta going to come in with like, oh, here's your Meta X account, right? Your Meta money account. No, to manage it.
Listen, we all know Zuckerberg, and Zuckerberg is not somebody who just sits on the sidelines for anything. So like, there's no way he's definitely not trying to do that right now. Can you do that with WhatsApp now? No, right?
No.
I don't really use WhatsApp that often, but yeah, very interesting to see X doing that. All right, man. As we get close to the end here, since it's your debut, you got any motivation for us, Chris? You see me do this to everybody, so you want to end us off on a little motivation here?
Sure. Yeah.
What you got for today?
Man, I think just for everyone out there, right? What's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
It's Thursday, right? Uh, your mindset is everything. Your mindset is everything, right? You wake up in the morning and you choose how you want to start your day.
Mm.
That's it. Like, make your decision. Don't hop on social media first thing in the morning, right? And get up, get outside, touch some grass, and it'll change you. It'll change your day, right? I did it this morning. I was up early, went to walk my dog. Got my steps in. It was still blue outside. I was like, wow, it's been a while. It's getting it's getting dark out now when you wake up, and it's just like, well, you know what? Hey, listen, I can choose how I start the day, right? We've had a crazy rainy summer.
Yeah.
But again, you can be upset or pissed off because it's raining, or you can be like, hey, you know what? My grass needs to be watered.
Yeah. Hey.
So yeah,
I love that. It's a good mindset. And I think ultimately, again, like, I had kind of had a similar thought process this morning too, for me. Cause like, so my son, Johnny, is, he's been in a big boy bed now. So like he kind of wakes up, he's 3 years old. So he wakes up, and when he's up, he just comes into our room now.
Oh yeah.
So, he could come in at 5 a.m. He could come in at 6 a.m. or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, this morning I got up and I was hanging out with him, and I was just like, yo, I get to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get to do this. I'm not going to get this time back. So I agree with you, unequivocally that, again, it's your mindset. It's how you perceive it, not, just, oh my God, I want to sleep, or, all the negatives.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
All right, guys, happy Thursday. I hope you crush the rest of your week. We're done for now. We'll see you back next week.